Hi, Mike here from Clearview Mirrors. Today we're fitting a set of mirrors on the new Ford Territory and the previous model. This is actually the early one, and as you can see we've fitted the left-hand mirror. The left-hand mirror has a temperature sensor here for the climate control in the left-hand mirror, so the base itself has got a couple of extra things in it, more so than the driver's side. But now we've fitted this all up. Fits like a glove, nice seal, beautiful, really happy with it. We're going to go around the other side. I'm going to show you how to do the door trim and everything on the other side and how to fit it yourself. So let's go and do it. You're going to need a T25 torque tool to do it, and a little flat screwdriver. And the little flat screwdriver is mainly just to get the little plastic covers and everything off, and the screws are in behind it. With all our other models, on just about every other vehicle, we take this off first. With the Ford, all that stays in place until we get the door trim off, and then it comes out. It actually comes down here and runs underneath the door and seals off this part of the door here. So we'll start off by taking this little trim off in here. There's two screws underneath this, so you just got to pop that out. It comes out fairly easy. Right, there's also a little plastic cover in here which is already off and gone, and there's four more little screws down here in the bottom of the door, and you just got to prise that little plastic cover off. There's four of these here somewhere. 2, 3, and 4, and then just undo these. Another one in there somewhere. Getting on them sometimes a bit of a contract. And sometimes they'll come out for you once they're loose. If they don't worry about it. They'll come out when you get the door panel off. We'll get rid of those 4. Another one plain stubborn. Okay, we've got 2 in here. If you've got a magnetised screwdriver, it helps here as well. Get that off and that off. And there's one more up the end of the door, up near the window, near the door latch. Up here. Same as the Mitsubishi Pajero. Okay. Got that off. You've got a Phillips head screwdriver or something magnetic, you can quite often pull them out. That one's done. There. Get that one after. Get that one. There's one in here. Okay, now when you get to this stage here, before you can get this trim off, and it's not held in by a lot, once you get the screws out, you've got to slide this door latch back that way and it unhooks. It's got a cable on it. There's no need to disconnect the cable. Once you get it to that stage there, you can get underneath it here like that, right? And then it will just pop off like that, and there's that screw that fell out. We'll get that later. Okay, and it's a good idea to have a hook here. Not that there's a lot to hook onto, but you can get it. Now, this piece here, right, it's just held in with some clips. Just prise that off gently, and you can see those two clips hold that in. Right, now you don't need to disconnect that, you can just leave it sitting there. And where's my tool? 225. Undo your two bottom screws in here first. Now these just screw into plastic. Right, hang on to that so it doesn't fall. Once you've got these three screws out, you can take the mirror off, and you need to pull the bottom out and then pull it down a little bit to get the thing to come out, because it hooks up on that. And then you've got your wiring clip there. So now what you'll find is the driver's side has a different connector here in the mirror to the passenger side, and it's because the other mirror has the air conditioning sensor underneath on there. So now we've got the mirror off, and we can start to fit our Clearview mirror on there. Okay, now we're going to fit our Clearview mirror onto the Ford Territory. So this is how we normally do it. We use our own bolts, okay, and we supply those with the mirror, and they're a 6mm metric, so make sure you use them. Make sure you plug your electrics in first before you bolt it up, otherwise nothing will work. Just feed it in there like that, make sure you get it clicks into place, and then fit her up. And these holes are extremely precise on here, so you've got no room for error. Make sure that you start them by hand first. You don't want to cross thread them, and get a start on them. Make sure your rubber's looking good before you pull her up tight. Okay, that looks pretty good. Push the mirror out, and there you have it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is put this back into place first. Right, you make sure your two locators are in those two square holes. Just push her up like that, and then we're going to sit our door panel back in place. So take your hook out if you've got one, and make sure you line up your door locker here. You'll find out where it is. It's there. Right, and then all this here just nice and neatly fits underneath there. Just push her up. There's no popper clips or anything in there, so you can just push her up and it sits there. And then when you put this in, put your door latch in towards the end of the door, and then just push it forward, and it'll lock it in place and stop it from coming off while you get your screws. Okay, don't get your original door screws mixed up with your old mirror screws there, because they're longer. Start with the latch here in the door. I think I dropped a couple of those down on the ground, which I should have picked up. Beautiful. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We've got one up the corner here. Okay, and then we've got 4 down along the bottom of the door. So it's pretty, really it's pretty simple stuff. You just got to make sure you got the right end for your for the screw heads. There's one of them. Okay, that's good. Got a feeling on one screw down here somewhere. Anyway, I'll find that in a moment. When you've finished those, put these back in here. They just push in, right? And I don't know how, but they do stay in. And they're quite loose, but they do stay in place. And I've just got one more to find. And then with your cover here, just line it up here like that. Try and get your top in first if you can, and then push all that into place, and it'll just click in. Now, what you should have
probably a Kerno, more likely hard tank
is your mirror.
In that game and others over the weekend. It's part of the blueprint. You have to see.
Mirror should work outwards. Should work in, up, and down. And of course, when you're ready to tow, that's all you need to do. So you can do it in small stages if you like, break it all down, but at the end of the day, that's the finished product. Go and do.